The first time we are seeing visual evidence. As you come back down the river valley, you can actually see the Chinese build-up stays. So as you come down the valley, you can see that the Chinese have still got positions. But what's very clear is, and this is from the 28th of June, where you can see the excavators, you can see the build-up just as you come down. In fact, on the 28th of June, there's a very heavy build-up by the Chinese army that can actually be seen. A huge, very substantial build-up. In fact, if you see, you can actually tell which one is a vehicle, a massive vehicle at that, because it looks like a typical army vehicle. You can also tell excavators in these pictures. You can see tents and prefabricated huts that have been put. And when you cut to the next picture from that same area, you can see that there's a visible thinning down. So Abhishek Bhalla, these satellite pictures corresponding with what you're picking up from military officers in Leh and Ladakh?
Precisely, Rahul, this corroborates what we've been hearing from sources. As far as Patrol Point 14 is concerned, there has been a pullback of 1.5 to 2 kilometers by both the armies. But the rare areas is where the Chinese continue to have a build-up. Having said that, it's not as if the Indian Army has completely retreated. We also continue to stay put in our depth area. It's this buffer zone of 1 to 2 kilometers where the retreat or the pullback has happened. But this is only in the Galwan area that this picture shows. Patrol Point 14, obviously we know, has been the center of all the hostilities, especially after the 15th June clash. So it was extremely important to make sure that troops on the ground disengage, because until 2 days back, there was a build-up of 1,000 to 1,500 troops extremely close to each other, just meters away, is what sources have told me. And once again, this vindicates the fact that this is a piecemeal de-escalation, as what one senior officer who's observing the situation told me. But it's a step in the right direction. We'll have to wait and watch with physical verification on the ground. If this pullback continues for a longer period, that's when it will mean that the de-escalation process is actually taking place.
Oh, absolutely, because the last time when the Chinese army had said that they were de-escalating and pulling back after the 15th, very soon India Today's open source intelligence desk was able to access satellite images which demonstrated that there hadn't been a de-escalation. Now in that crucial area where the violence took place on the 15th of June, it's clear that there has been a de-escalation. Joining us on this broadcast at this time is Nitin A Gokhale, one of our leading national security experts. Also with us is Colonel Ajai Shukla, who's been reporting extensively on this. In fact, Colonel Shukla is amongst those who'd been wary of whether there would actually be a real disengagement. He was looking out when we had him yesterday on our show for these satellite pictures. Those pictures, Colonel Shukla, if you've seen them on India Today's News Strike so far, for what it's worth, suggest that in that area of confrontation, on the 6th of July, the satellite pictures taken by Maxar show that there is no Chinese army present. Your initial take on this, Colonel Shukla?
Well, Rahul, I haven't been able to see the photos as yet, but I'll take your word for it, and I'll take the satellite photo interpreter's word for it. And if there has been a de-escalation, even if the Chinese have pulled back just 1 kilometer, I think that's a massive step forward. It's something to be enormously welcomed. It shows that the Chinese have actually conceded something rather than just making demands of the Indians. At the same time, though, I would also, endorse the caveats that your correspondents have made, which is that the Chinese are not to be trusted. They need to be verified, these so-called disengagements and pullbacks. But if it's true, it's excellent. It's a really good step forward. I will add the caveat, though, that this has happened only in the Galwan sector. The pullbacks, there has been no word of any forward movement in the negotiations in the Pangong sector and in Depsang. We want pullbacks in all these sectors, not just the normal Chinese tactics of 1-2 steps forward and 1 step back, where they pull back in one sector and retain control of all the others. We need to be wary of that, Rahul.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kanwal here. Hope you enjoyed this video.
For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.